Good afternoon. Welcome to today's UPSC Current Affairs of 24th March 2021. Okay. So first, humanoid Sophia. So actually, humanoid Sophia generally means the mission will be a robot. So actually, the Sophia is a robot. So why isn't this news? So actually, the digital artwork done by a robot artist, Sophia, the world's first robot citizen, has gone up for auction. Okay, so actually, the auction was held regarding the robot artist Sophia. What is a humanoid robot? So humanoid robot is a robot. Humanoid robot is a robot with its body shape built to resemble the human body. So both humanoid robot and both human characteristic will be both same. So and humanoid robot, the program will be in such a manner it will be fully based and designed as per the reason how a human performs. The design may be for functional purpose such as for interacting. Next, with the interacting human tools, environmental and experimental purposes such as bipedal locomotion and for other purposes. Why Sophia is so famous? Because she is the world first robot citizen. She has got citizenship from Saudi Arabia. Okay, so she had got a citizenship from Saudi Arabia. Okay, so Sophia is a realistic humanoid robot capable of displaying human expression and interacting with other people. In 2017, Sophia became a Saudi Arabian citizen, the first robot to receive citizenship of any country. Okay, so Sophia was named the United Nations Development Program for the first innovation campaign. Okay, for the innovation campaign. So India is also planning to develop a humanoid robot, the name called Vyomitra. Vyomitra. So it is developed by ISR. So it is fully developed by ISRO. So it is the Vyomitra is going to take in part into the mission of Gaganyaan. So she is going to take part in the mission of Gaganyaan. Okay. So Vyomitra is a female-looking space-faring half humanoid robot. Okay. So she will be testing her first flight in human space regarding the program Gaganyaan. So next one, the second topic, Atal Pension Yojana. So why is this news? The government has said that more than 50,000 lakh rupee have been disbursed under the Atal Pension Yojana till February this year. So what is Atal Pension Yojana? So it is a old age income security for working people and also for the unorganized sector. So also for the unorganized sector, the income will be like a pension after the retirement. So both the contribution from the individual and also from the government will be there. So it will be useful for when they retire from one field. So any citizen of India can participate in this Atal Pension Yojana scheme, and also the age is between 18 to 40. So after attaining the age of 60, they will be getting the amount. So such as like pension. So what are the future of APY? So Atal Pension Yojana, subscriber ranging can deposit their amount between 10,000 to 1,000 to 5,000 between the age of 40. So however their ages, so whatever the work they are doing, they can contribute regarding the income they are earning. So it's vary from 1,000 to 5,000. If a subscriber had happened a mysterious death, the spouse will be receiving the income. So spouse will be receiving the income after the death. So APY is administered by Pension Fund Regulatory and Development Authority. So what is PFRDA? So it was established in 2003. So it is a statutory body. So it is mainly used for regulating India's pension sector. So it also promote the old age income security by establishing, developing, and regulating pension fund to protect the interest of subscribers. So protect the interest of subscribers. Okay. So next we are going to look into the third topic, Pradhan Mantri Shram Yogi Mandan. What is Pradhan Mantri Shram Yogi Mandan? So it is a centrally sector pension scheme on to ensure the old age protection for unorganized worker. It was launched in March 2019. So it is administered by Ministry of Labor and Employment. So LIC will be the implementing agency along with Common Service Center. So LIC will be pensioning fund manager responsible to the pension payout. So in this sector, monthly income of 10,000 per month is 10,000 per 15,000 per month, or we can also contribute less than 15,000. The entry group of this scheme is also same as Atal Pension Yojana from 18 to 40 years. Okay, 18 to 40 years. So they whoever is in the age between this group, they can participate in this scheme. The next is they should not be covered under NPS, they should not be covered under ESIC, they should not be covered under EPFO. So, and also they must not be a taxpayer, not a taxpayer. Okay. So, what is the salient feature of Pradhan Mantri Shram Yogi Mandan? So, it is a voluntary contribution pension scheme 50 on 50-50 basis. So, what is 50-50? If an individual is paying, for example, 1,000, so after the maturity is how much ever the person is contributing, the same amount will be contributed by the government. The same amount will be contributed by the government. So next is minimum assured pension. So minimum assured pension, they will be receiving 3,000 per month after 60 years or after the age of family pension. If a subscriber dies, spouse will be receiving 50% of that particular amount. So why is in use? This information regarding Pradhan Mantri Shram Yogi Mandan was given by Minister of State for Labor and Employment, Shri Santosh Kumar Gangwar in Lok Sabha. So next, Shanghai Cooperation Organization. So what is Shanghai Cooperation Organization? Recently, India participated in the Nowruz Festival of Shanghai at the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Secretariat, which is located in Belgium. So what is Nowruz Festival? So actually Nowruz Festival is a Persian New Year, which is on the onset of spring in the northern hemisphere. So it's a universal celebration, and also it is also UNESCO's world's intangible cultural heritage. Okay, so it is also world intangible culture heritage. Okay, so next, Shanghai Cooperation Organization is a permanent organization which was established in 2001. It is an intergovernmental organization. So it is a Eurasian political, economic, military aiming the peace, security, and stability of the organization. So recently in 2001, Shanghai Cooperation Organization was only having 5 members. So they were first one Kazakhstan, China, Kyrgyzstan, Russia, and Tajikistan. So when these 5 members were there, it was called as Shanghai Five. After the accession of Uzbekistan, so after the signing of Uzbekistan in SCO, it was called as SCO, Shanghai Cooperation Organization. So actually, it has total of 8 members, including China, India, and Pakistan. Okay, so actually, they became member in the time period of 2017. Okay, so this organization has a 2 permanent bodies. So they are one is Secretariat, which is located in Beijing, China. So next is RATS. So what is the full form of RAT? Regional Anti-Terrorist Structural, based in Tashkent. So it is the major aim of this RAT is corporation is to promote cooperation between the member state for eliminating terrorism, separatism, and extremism. So this is the 3 aim of RAT organization: regional anti-terrorist, structural. So next, who are the 8 members of this SAO Shanghai Corporation? China, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Russia, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, India, and Pakistan. So next topic, Pradhan Mantri Kishan Mandan Yojana. So what is Pradhan Mantri Kishan Mandan Yojana? So Pradhan Mantri Kishan Mandan Yojana is a pension scheme which offers guaranteed income to farmers. So it is for farmers. So farmers will be getting an amount from the government. So it is under the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. It is a central sector scheme. So monthly pension of 3,000 on attaining the age of 60. They will be providing with 3,000 per month after the attaining the age of 60 years. Okay, so what is the eligibility? So this is open to all small and marginal farmers owning less than 2 hectares of land in the age group of 18 to 40. So it is also here 18 to 40. So farmers will have to take a monthly contribution of rupees 55 to 200 depending upon the age of entry. So if a person is entering at the age of 20, he can contribute maybe might be 100. So if the age of person is 40, so he might be contributing 70. So depending upon the age of contribution, they can get into the scheme. So they can get a fixed deposit into that scheme. So it will in this scheme also will be managed by LIC. Okay, so what is PM Kisan scheme? So PM Kisan scheme will be having the option to allow the contribution be debited from benefit that scheme directly. So what is PM Kisan scheme mean? So income support of rupees 6,000 per year for all farmers irrespective of the land holding. So in Pradhan Mantri Kisan Mandan Yojana, the person should have at least 2 hectares of land. So in Pradhan Mantri Kisan scheme, irrespective of their land holding, they will be getting monthly pension of 6,000. Okay, so you all get it. Okay, so let's move on to the next question session. So UPSC prelims based question. Consider the following statement regarding Atal Pension Yojana. So what is Atal Pension Yojana? The age of the subscriber should be between 18 to 40. Yes, it's a current statement. We saw 3 schemes in this current affairs. So in that, all the age group was 18 to 40. It's a correct statement. Okay, so Atal Pension Yojana is administered by the Pension Fund Regulatory and Development Authority. The statement is right. So the answer goes for C. Okay. So let's move on to the next topic. So next question. Consider the following statement regarding members of SCO. So it's a very easy question. We saw that we have in SCO we have 8 members. So in 2017, India and Pak were joined in this question in 2017. Yeah, in 2017 they have joined. Let's move on to the question. So what is the question? Consider the following statement regarding SCO. So in China, India, Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan, which of the following statements are correct? So obviously we know that Turkmenistan is not a part of SCO. So we have to eliminate this. So if we eliminate this, the option will go. So we will be eliminating the D option, right? So we will be eliminating the D option. Okay. So there is 1, 2, and 3. So next, so we know that India is a member of. We know that India is a member of Shanghai Corporation. So the option goes for 2. So we have to eliminate 1 and 3. Okay, so what about China? So I guess China is also a member of this group. So we will be getting answer. We will be getting into 50-50 option. So either 1 or either B. Okay, so 1 and 2. So we know that so 2 is there. So we know that 1 and 2, India and China is a member of SCO. So we are having a doubt regarding Kazakhstan. Okay, so obviously Kazakhstan is a member of SCO. So the answer goes for A. Okay, so answer goes for A. Okay, so that's all for today's current affairs. Thank you. Bye.